Hey guys, so today we're in the middle of a cactus patch, and it's a rather unique type of cactus. This is the Tasajillo, also known as the Christmas Tree Cactus. It's been overlooked and underutilized by almost everyone. Now the largest reason I'm showing you this plant here today are these bright red fruits, and those are actually called tunas. So if you're familiar with the prickly pear cactus, these are its little cousins. Each one of those fruits is full of calories, sugar, a few seeds, and it's absolutely covered with tiny spines called glochids. So in just a moment we'll show you how to pick these, how to safely remove those spines, and how to eat and enjoy them. So our first step is to be able to safely pick and harvest these fruits. Now what I'll be using today is a split piece of mesquite. It makes a nifty pair of tongs. You might see people suggest using gloves. Understand you won't get those thorns in your fingers as you pick them, but when you take those gloves off and you move them around, you'll likely get the thorns in your fingers then. So keep that in mind. Now it's fairly simple. You don't want to just grab on and pull. You want to twist each fruit off. So get it on there, grab, and twist. Pretty simple. It's going to take quite a few of these, so get to picking. Admittedly, cactus can be a pain in the butt, and this Christmas cactus is no exception. Now, it partially gets its name from its ornamental nature. These bright red fruits hanging down from these beautiful green stems are reminiscent of Christmas ornaments. But more importantly, especially if you're out there foraging or surviving, is the time of year that these fruits become ripe, around Christmas time. In the dead of winter, when most of the berries and nuts have already been eaten and squirreled away, when scavenging is very difficult, these Tasajillo plants are usually covered with fruits. They're a little harder to get a hold of, but well worth it. Our next step requires a bit of fire. Now usually when you're cooking something, you're going to want to use coals. But to remove the thorns off of a cactus, we need live flame. Now that our fire is burning nicely, I'm going to go ahead and show you how we plan on getting these cactus fruits out there over the flame in order to burn all of those nasty thorns off. So I'm going to be using the pair of tongs that I was picking these with, as well as a longer set. And you'll notice that I've tapered down the sides. That's so that once I put this fruit in here and put it over the fire, those flames can lick over more of the surface area of the fruit. And all I've got to do is wedge these down inside, just like that, and suspend it right over the fire. Now we're not trying to actually cook this cactus. The objective here is to simply singe off all of those hair-like glochids, and a little bit of flame should burn them right off. Once you've burned most of the hate off this little piece of fruit, go ahead and unload it with your bare hands. Set that aside, let it cool down, and you're ready to load another. So this may seem like a rather tedious method to use, but it definitely beats starving throughout the winter. Now if I wanted to cook quite a few of these fruits all at once, and I had a metal pot, I'd fill that full of water, throw the fruits in, boil it down to the point where the glochids softened up, and they no longer posed me any harm. So I could eat this kind of like preserves, making sure to spit out the seeds. We're not designed to actually digest those. They could impact your gut, they could chip a tooth, something to keep in mind. This is what happens when Tasajillo gets put in the fire. You want to be careful. All the thorns are burned off of our cactus. Now it's time to show you what's going on inside of these fruits. Chop it in half. Should be quite a few seeds and some pretty flesh inside there. Real bright red. Well, our taste tester's here, which means it's time to go ahead and try a little bit of this and see if it's Huck approved. We'll rip it in half. Half of it goes to me. Okay. All of it owes me. So what does this taste like? And I'm talking with seeds in my mouth right now. It is extremely sweet. This is a lot sweeter than a prickly pear tuna. So kind of like a Jolly Rancher, kind of like candied something. So if you've never tried out Tasajillo, I would definitely recommend it. The only downfall is that you have to get lots of them, and you have to get rid of those thorns, but everybody ought to try this out. Well guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video, learned a bit about the Tasajillo or Christmas tree cactus. Please like, subscribe, share the heck out of this video. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. And as always, until next time. It took me a moment, but that flavor is definitely watermelon Jolly Rancher, full strength. So propagation of this cactus is fairly simple. Now it does have the seeds inside of the fruit, but one of the biggest ways that it's able to spread itself is by sticking in animals that go by. So whenever these spines stick in an animal, a portion of the cactus will break off. Wherever that animal goes and is able to slough off or pull those thorns out, a piece of cactus will fall on the ground. If it gets moisture and a little bit of dirt, it'll grow a whole nother cactus.